Yes, dear students. Now in this video we are going to discuss one of the very important content. Actually, what you have to watch two videos, okay, repeatedly. Phase one, and after that one more video. Okay, this is actually the comparative study. But very first, the simple study. This is oxidation of aldehydes. Okay, student, I told you aldehydes and ketones are having same properties. But this time I am dealing the differences of the reactions between aldehydes and ketones. So how the aldehydes, okay, behaves with some oxidizing agent. Therefore the ketone is not given there. Only we are dealing with aldehydes. So oxidation of aldehyde. Student, you know that in aldehyde, carbonyl carbon consists one hydrogen. Getting? That means if it consists one hydrogen, then the releasing of this hydrogen becomes very easy. Are you getting? Becomes very easy. Therefore what? The bond can easily be broken, and therefore the H can convert into OH. That is what? The aldehyde can oxidize very easily. In other sense, we can say the aldehyde can act as better reducing agent. Remember, aldehyde can act as better reducing agent. Why? Because it consists one hydrogen which is attached with carbonyl carbon. Therefore, aldehyde can be easily oxidized by strong oxidizing agent. This A number is called strong oxidizing agent, KMnO4 or K2Cr2 in the presence of what? Sulfuric acid or strong nitric acid. These are called strong oxidizing agent. Okay. Even the very important thing is aldehyde can also be oxidized by mild oxidizing agent. Mild oxidizing agent means weaker oxidizing agent. Weaker oxidizing agent means one which can provide only one nascent oxygen. That is very least quantity of nascent oxygen. So even aldehyde can be oxidized. Again, why? It is because in aldehyde, carbonyl carbon have one hydrogen. Okay, these facilities is not available in the case of ketone. Therefore, ketone do not oxidize easily by mild oxidizing agent. Ketone can be oxidized only by strong oxidizing agent, not by mild oxidizing agent. I will explain about the ketone in the next video. Now, which are the mild oxidizing agents? So, mild oxidizing agents are toluene reagents, Hennig solution, and bromine water. These are called mild oxidizing agents because these 1, 2, and 3 can provide only one nascent oxygen. Okay, when they react, therefore called weaker or mild oxidizing agent. Now, how does so? Here the particularized content is like first one by toluene reagent. So what is a toluene reagent? Toluene reagent is the solution of silver nitrate and ammonium hydroxide. Actually, silver nitrate and ammonium hydroxide first they react to form silver oxide. Silver oxide, which on basic medium, that is ammonium hydroxide, oxidizes aldehydes. This is what? Aldehydes into corresponding carboxylic acid. Here it is written ammonium, but if you hydrolyze it, will convert into what? RCOOH, that is become carboxylic acid. And the most important thing is that the number of carbon atom in the aldehyde is same as the number of carbon atom present in the corresponding carboxylic acid. After oxidizing aldehyde into carboxylic acid, the toluene reagent converts into Ag. This Ag is silver in color, that is its color is silver color. Therefore, this test is known as silver mirror test. So, what we are using the sentence? Aldehyde easily oxidized by toluene reagent and gives silver mirror test, while ketone do not. In other way, we can also say toluene reagent, okay, that is can be reduced by the aldehydes. two things is there. What? Toluene reagent can oxidize aldehyde into carboxylic acid, or we can say aldehyde can reduce toluene reagent into silver. Are you getting? And produce silver mirror test. So these two sentences can be used. Second one is by Fehling solution. Now student, what is Fehling solution? Actually, Fehling solution is the mixture of two solutions. One is called Fehling A, which is called blue color, CuSO4. Its color is what? Blue color. You know copper sulfate is blue in color. While Fehling B, this is sodium potassium tartrate. This is colorless. So when we are taking equal volume of Fehling A and Fehling B, now it converts into deep blue color. That copper oxide is of what? Deep blue color. Okay, so this is actually what? The ultimate Fehling solution. What? Cupric oxide. You read it cupric. Why it is cupric? Because here copper is a +2 charge. Therefore called cupric oxide. When this Fehling solution reacts with aldehydes, it oxidizes it, okay, on heating into corresponding carboxylic acid of same number carbon atom, while itself, that is Fehling solution, get reduced to copper oxide, which is what? Red orange in color, like that ink color, red orange in color. Here copper is in +1 form, that means what? +2 is reduced to +1. So we are saying aldehyde can reduce. Fehling solution on heating gives red orange color. What? Cuprous oxide. Are you getting? Third one is by bromine water. Now what is bromine water? Bromine gas dissolved in water. This is called bromine water. Again, this bromine water is able to give one nascent oxygen, and this nascent oxygen can oxidize aldehyde into again corresponding carboxylic acid of same number carbon atom. So actually student, in all these phenomenon, one nascent oxygen is released by Toluene reagent, Fehling solution and bromine water, and this nascent oxygen converts RCOH into RCOOH. Thus we are saying aldehyde can be easily oxidized while ketone do not.